This one's crazy.
Sharp. Mate, you've been out here all night. Get in. No! 1-0 the Birches.
Am I in a good spot?
Let's see it.
It's a child's ball.
Yeah, that's a child's ball, that one.
I'm going to put...
It's probably a good one for you.
Let me get into it quickly. Ever since I was a pickney, sitting in history, looking at my future, thinking I'm gonna get rich or die like 50. I don't do whiskey. Grew up on get some chippy. That's why the flow's so skippy. She likes it frisky. Tip when I dip like Richie. Now I got her saying she missed me. When I part them legs like the Red Sea, now I got.
Hey everyone, Danny Birch here, and as you know, I'm dedicated to telling my clients epic and pivotal life stories in a tattoo. And today's client is no different. This story is epic and it is pivotal, this tattoo, because it represents his journey through the UK tennis circuit, the world tennis circuit, to getting himself at the Tokyo Olympic. And as always, I like to get to know my clients beforehand to really feel the meaning behind their tattoos. So my client has taken a break from the Saint-Tropez Open to join us here on these urban tennis courts to hit some balls. So the boys are here just warming up. We're going to see if we can humiliate him at his own game, and then we're going to head to the studio and execute this epic and pivotal tattoo. Let's go.
Sharp. Mate, you've been out here all night. Right, I'm gonna have to start cooking it up a bit. Sharp. Ah! Got you. There we go.
We'll see how that goes.
Mate, that's a good serve, that. All right, I'll go nice and easy first, because otherwise my arm's going to fall off. Here we go. Ah!
The Tennis Association about regenerating these courts.
I think the Parks Initiative overlooked these ones, eh?
How old is this?
There we go, 95 square inch. So your racket's actually a tougher racket to play with than this one.
Oh right, okay. Well, it's all right because I'm a tougher guy.
There you go.
Right, so this racket, Liam dropped this off under my car a few years ago. And then
during COVID, I think it was.
Yeah, it was. I wanted to take it up because there was some empty courts near my house.
Yeah.
But then we were watching the Netflix show. We were sat there and I said, "That's that guy who gave me that racket." And then I went, "Whoa, that's my racket."
Yeah, that was the exact racket as well.
And he was buzzing. Yeah. So this
go.
is world famous, about to be made more famous.
Special racket, that one. What a serve. Me. Ah, no! Oh, he's made it. Me. What a team. Oh!
So we've all just been absolutely decimated by Liam, who's a master of his craft, obviously. Now it's time to go to the tattoo studio where I'm the boss. Let's go.
Sometimes I gotta remember that life's like a block in a Jenga, and everybody's got an agenda. I'm not a pretender. These streets stay hotter than Kenya, but J-Dot's not an offender. I'm just an observer, cause out in these streets, yo, we call it murder. And bear man are packing a burner. They don't wanna end up flipping a burger, so man start gripping an earner. And who can blame?
Alright Liam, welcome to the studio, mate, and thanks for absolutely smashing us all at tennis. And just made us all feel like little children. But you're in my domain now. I'm the master, it's my turn. to show you up, and I will not letting you. I won't be letting you have a go on my machines like you let me have a go on your racket. So we're here today to tattoo you, mate, to represent something that 0.1% of humans have achieved.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about it. What does the tattoo mean? What's the epic story, and how was it pivotal in your life?
Yeah. So I feel like, you know, it's kind of weird. Like I feel like I've come to you over the years at different stages of my life. We were just saying I last saw you. Well, the first time I met you for a tattoo was 10 years ago, and then I come again, I think 3 years after, and I kind of, for a year or two now, I've been trying to chase you down for this one. And basically from my first time ever competing at an Olympics, being an Olympic athlete, and in Tokyo in 2021.
Wow, man. I mean, competing at the Olympics, is that an absolute pinnacle goal for any athlete coming up?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's funny because in tennis, like, obviously there's not like a massive history of the sport being in the Olympics, but at the time I got the call from the GB Olympic team, and they said, look, I was the last athlete to get picked up out of the whole GB team. It was a bit last minute, and they called me up, and I was like, look, I need to speak to a few people. I called Andy Murray actually, and I was like, look, I've been picked. I don't know if I should go. What do you think? He was like, are you mad? Like, are you mad? He was like, it's the Olympics. And honestly, it's the best decision I ever made. I mean, the prestige behind it, I mean, what an honour and a privilege. Like, in tennis, you don't often represent your country like on a stage as you do at the Olympics. It transcends sport, and I do think the Olympics is bigger than tennis in that sense. So, yeah.
I can imagine like the grandeur of it, the village that they set up, and then being there with people supporting the country, not necessarily the sport. So you probably draw a bigger crowd when you're playing as well.
Yeah, that was the only shame, was it was COVID, so there was no crowds. But I mean, the village was mad. It's like 40,000 of just the world's best athletes, and you all eat in the same food halls. The food hall's massive. Like, there's like 200 restaurants in there of all different cuisines. And then the GB team had their own apartment block, obviously, because there's probably thousands of the athletes, and it was just really cool. I was sharing with 4 or 5 in my apartment with 4 or 5 of the gymnasts. I don't know if you heard of Max Whitlock. He won a couple of gold medals on the pommel horse, I think it is, in the gym. I mean, he's what an athlete he is, and like so like laser focused and stuff. And that was an amazing experience, because obviously I've only ever been around tennis players really. To then see the way that the different athletes operate and stuff, and just the spirit of the GB team, it was,
I can imagine sitting in that food court and thinking, I wonder what they do.
Yeah.
I wonder what they do.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously the obvious ones, like the guy's jacked. It's powerlifting.
There were a couple ones where, like, I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad, but they didn't look like an athlete. So, I mean, I was in the GB apartment block, and I was going up in the elevator, and I stood with a guy, and I thought he was a coach. I'll be honest, I thought he was a coach of someone, or like a member of staff. And he went, oh, what sport do you play? I went, oh, tennis. I went, what do you do? He went, oh, I'm an athlete as well. I said, oh, really? He's like, yeah, I do shooting. So, I mean, but again, that's kind of the cool thing of it, is so many different sports and people you wouldn't interact with normally, and everyone's just like a big family. It's so cool.
Mega, mate. So let's get back to this tattoo. So I like to tell epic and pivotal stories of people's lives in a tattoo that they can then look at and reflect on for the rest of their lives, and also other people ask about, and it gives them something to talk about. And doing the Olympic rings to represent, you going to the Olympics in Tokyo is probably one of the most epic and pivotal moments of any athlete's or any human's life, because the Olympics go back thousands of years.
Yeah, and I'm obsessed, as you know, with ancient Greece, ancient Rome.
Yeah, of course. So this is absolutely perfect for you. So you came to me and asked for something to represent the Olympics at Japan. So my first process is to see what other people have done, to see what I can then do completely differently, because I do not want you going to the next Olympics and having the same Olympic tattoos. How many athletes? 40,000 people that have clearly been in the same thing. Now, last year I went to just for a bit of fun, I went to a Japanese calligraphy class.
Which is...
And we learnt the kanji, I think.
Amazing coincidence.
Where we're using the brushes to come up with the, write the beautiful lettering. on this really nice thin rice paper, and as soon as you said that, I thought, that's something I need to do.
Yeah.
It didn't exist, I've not seen that done before, and I thought, well, that's perfect, let's do that. So, I'll put something together for you.
Amazing.
We're going to go and take a look at it now, and there's a nice little twist in there that if somebody does not quite get that is Japanese calligraphy, there's another little nod to Japan in there as well.
Amazing. So, Danny Birch twist.
Yeah. Mate, we're all about being epic, pivotal stories told in a bespoke tattoo, in also a fantastic experience in a studio like this. Mega, let's get going.
Can blame him. Without the right skills and training, it's hard when you're just maintaining. And all of the man I'm on the block, I've got a Rolex watch from White Rocks, and it's doing your brain in. But me, I'm older.
All right, so this is the Olympic rings that you're going to have seen on any athlete that's been in, competed in the Olympics. They probably ended up coming away with a tattoo like that. We don't work like that. This experience that you had and this achievement that you achieved is much bigger than that. So I wanted to tell the story of you being at Japan, and the way I wanted to do that is with Japanese calligraphy.
So good.
So as you can see, it looks like it's been done with a brush, which is traditionally how they wrote their letters. And the cherry on top, the literal cherry on top, was in case nobody quite gets that when they see it, I wanted to put the red disc from the Japanese flag.
So nice, mate. I love it.
So this is, as far as I'm aware, you're the only person.
No, I've never seen a tattoo like that. Yeah.
You're the. My intention is for you to be the only person in the world with that tattoo.
Yeah.
That's what bespoke means. It's a one-off and it's for you. And I will achieve these effects with the needles, and that's exactly how it's going to look.
I'm excited. Yeah, I can't wait for this.
So the only other question is placement. Have you thought about where you'd like it?
I've got no idea. That's what I wanted to speak to you about. I know a few people get them on the biceps and stuff like that, and my missus had her say a bit as well. She was saying she reckons maybe forearm or like back of the neck sort of thing. But I mean, the last few times I obviously I come in with an idea, and you said, let's do this, let's do that, and I just rolled with it, and it's been class, and I've absolutely loved every tattoo you've done. So I kind of thought I'd come in and give you free reign, basically.
Yeah. Well, placement is important because it's communicating that message and that epic and pivotal moment of your life. It's communicating that to whoever you'd like to see it or not see it. Yeah. So these people who have it on the bicep, to me, that says that they don't want to show it to anybody unless they want to show it to somebody. They don't want people to see it, they don't want people to ask about it. There's people who would like to more celebrate it, and they would have it on the outside so that people see it anyway. You might not always want people to be like, oh, have you been in the Olympics? You know, you might be out in a restaurant, you might be out in a bar, and people are like mithering you, what's that? And you might not always want that. So it is good sometimes, if you want, to kind of hide it, so you can show it to someone when you want, look, I got this, or maybe they see it sometimes, so you're not talking about it all the time. As for the back of your neck, personally, you're not going to see it.
No, never going to see it.
You're not going to know it's there.
Never,
I've got a tattoo on the back of my head, right? And it was actually a really, really good story. It represents my pursuit of using creativity to get me to go and live out in nature. Which I've achieved because I'm a G. But I don't see it, and because I don't see it, I don't get
reminded of it.
I don't get reminded of it, and I don't draw strength from it. I feel like if you could see that when you want to see it, in a moment where, mate, being an athlete is a roller coaster. It's up and down, right? There might be a moment where you're sat in those dorms and you've just, I don't know, maybe you've lost a game. And you sit there and you can draw strength and pick yourself back up. And that's what's implanting energy under the skin. That's what it's all about. So you don't want to get it somewhere where you can't see it. You have it. If you have it behind you, it's for everyone else to see, and not you. Defo. So I feel like the placement of this should be somewhere where you can see it when you want to see it, and you can show it when you want to show it. Straight away, my mind is going towards
forearm,
inner forearm. One, because it's a nice flat area. Two, because it doesn't get much weather. You know, it doesn't.
I was going to say, because obviously in the sun all the time, this part of my forearm is like burnt to a crisp.
With a really nice clean. So personally, I think inner forearm, nice pale unweathered skin, and more importantly, it gives you the opportunity to not show it when you don't want to show it, you don't want to talk about it. we all have high hopes, mate, that you're going to be a global superstar, and that everybody on the street is going to know you are. You might not want to just have that in everyone's face. Did you know I was at the Olympics? But it's a great talking point when you just want to be like, that's great, or when you want to look at it. So that's where I recommend.
Mate, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm happy with that. It's a good design, though. Mate, it's amazing, hey? I can't believe it. I love it.
It's a great design.
I love it.
So we're going to get this stenciled out, and then we'll get it tattooed, mate.
Let's do it.
Sick.
Don't wake me up cause I'm a dreamer, please. And I'm just trying to get the beamer keys. Basmati on the stove with the keema peas. Yeah, I'm rolling with a team of G's. But we don't bear arms, you can see the sleeves. Yeah, we came up through the dirt, you can see the grease. Wearing all black, I don't wanna see red. Shot in white and green like we're Sudanese. Open up a window, let me feel a breeze. Since Mushy went away, I never feel at ease. I'm waiting for the day it's gonna be released. I've been putting in the work and you can see the crease. The University of Life, I got 3 degrees. I'm so sick when I spit, I breathe disease. Trying to get a house by the beach so I can see the seas. I can't even buy a flat, though I need the peas. I feel trapped and I need to leave. I'm still lost and I need to grieve. But I know that anything is possible and focused, and we can make it out if we believe.
Let's take a look in the mirror, mate.
There you go, let's do it.
So when you look in the mirror, almost present it. Someone said, oh, what's that? And you take a look.
Yeah. Mate, it's so crisp. It's the brush strokes, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
and
it.
I love that we've put it on the same arm as the Manchester B, because it represents where you're from, where you've been.
Yeah.
And then in the future, there is space for us to continue the journey on the serving arm, on the power arm.
Yeah, there we go.
Thick.
Cheers,
awesome, mate. Right, so what we're going to do is going to get you wrapped up, and then we'll jump out into reception, go through all the aftercare advice, talk about what you now need to do to keep that looking fresh forever.
Sweet.
All right. Your aftercare, this is your lotion that you want to put on it. That's something that I make myself. It's like the best thing on planet Earth for naturally healing a wound such as a tattoo.
Amazing.
So you're going to keep this on for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then when you take it off with clean hands only, give it a rinse under the sink, let it air dry.
Yeah. Cold water?
Lukewarm.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever feels comfortable on the wound. Yeah. Remember that it is a wound.
Yeah.
Imagine you just cut this part of your arm. You're not going to go swimming.
No.
You're not going to go to a dusty workplace. Yeah. You're going to look after it like a wound because you want it to heal.
Yeah.
So just light applications of that cream a few times a day as it needs it, and obviously stay in touch.
Yeah.
I'm still part of this journey until that thing's healed and you don't need me anymore. Yeah. So reach out if you have got any concerns whatsoever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll see you next time when we put the Paris Olympics.
Yes. There we go, bro. Amazing.
Yeah. Sick.
Cheers, bro. Thanks for that anyway.
All right, the tattoo's finished. Once again, honoured to tell such an epic and pivotal story for someone who is such an incredible guy like Liam, who has achieved great things. Who better than a world-renowned athlete who's been through challenges, wins, failures, struggles, and emerged victorious. What a great story it was, and I can't wait to tell his next story when he hopefully competes in the next Olympics. So that's it from me, Danny Birch, here at Heart for Art Tattoo Studios in Manchester, and I'll see you next time.
The Pied Piper got the masses trying to follow fashion, but I don't really follow fashion, cause if you're only spitting bars for the money and the fame,